napkin heads?
Normally at this point of the show, the host would do something fun and spontaneous to show how we're all just ordinary people, like ordering pizza for everyone.
But since we already get food at the Globes, we thought we'd mix it up and try something new. So roll up your sleeves, Hollywood, because you're all getting flu shots! You know you wore a sleeveless gown for a reason.
Hey, shot! Excuse me, ma'am, you're definitely gonna want to get to faux. Great.
These nurses are all licensed professionals straight from the Rite Aid in Echo Park.
And look, if you're an anti-vaxxer, just put a napkin over your head and we'll skip you.
You're welcome, you guys.
This costs 50 grand, you guys. You're welcome.
Well, if you were watching the Golden Globe Awards, then you saw that happen. In fact, this is the first time I've sat to watch an award show in a very long time. I mean, most of you know I work in Hollywood. I won an Emmy Award on the daytime talks to the doctors. Winning a Golden Globe was, a dream of mine when I was 18, an Academy Award and all that. But over the years, the speeches from these totally privileged people about, how they were so lucky amongst the 5 here to have this opportunity, it makes you want to vomit. So I finally got over that irritation in my stomach that had lasted for several years to sit down in the Golden Globes. And then this is what happened, totally curing me of ever wanting to go to one of these events again. This is Hollywood. This is where we live. This is what television is doing. And I want to talk about, there's obviously several issues with this. The least of which is the fact that this was just a poorly written, terrible stunt that nobody in the audience seemed to like, and clearly very few people out in the television world appreciated either. I mean, there was lots of tweets going out. Golden Globe host tries to give out flu shots during ceremony, and everyone was confused, to say the least. There was talk about the fact that Willem Dafoe does not want an awards flu shot. You see him withdrawing back. I doubt Willem Dafoe gets vaccines. I could be wrong, but I know that he's a yogi master. My wife has sat with him at Jiva Mukti in New York doing yoga. He's a very healthy guy. I hope he knows enough not to get a flu shot. But this is more than just a stunt. It's more than just a game. It's more than just a joke. This is Pharma's control of the television, which I've been talking about for a very long time. When you watch a show like this, this is millions and millions of people around the world. In fact, I would say go ahead and get ready for vaccine and flu shot information during the Super Bowl. They're going after the whole world. They want control over your body, not just your kids anymore. This is the new move. This is into adult mandates, making you feel shamed if you have not been vaccinated with a flu shot. Let's just start with the very issue of a flu shot and how stupid it actually is. We reported all last year how it was only 10% effective. There were articles written about it. There was all sorts of studies done. Super ineffective vaccine, why anyone would get it. Talked about the fact that nurses have to wear a mask if they don't get this vaccine, even though 9 of the 10 of their other co-workers who got the vaccine will be able to get the flu and give it to other people. So what is the point? But I want to bring in a new character we're going to talk about a little bit more this year. Stanley Plotkin actually stood before the FDA and had this to say about the flu shot. Here's a little excerpt from last year, Stanley Plotkin speaking to the FDA.
Dr. Plotkin, I'm sure that everybody knows, and I'm sure that you all brought his textbook so you can have it signed while you're here with him today. Bill Gates calls his book a Bible for vaccinologists and an indispensable guide.
Thank you, Bruce, and thank you for the introduction. I hope you all have indeed have read the book, and I hope it's more accurate than the Bible. Now, about some of the difficulties that we face for the future development of vaccines. We need better influenza vaccines. If we are honest about influenza vaccines, their efficacy is at best moderate. And that, of course, depends on the year.
At best, moderate. There you have it from the reigning father of vaccines. If you don't question it, this Bible. More accurate than the Bible, as Plotkin hopes that it is. This is what you read if you're really into vaccines. Stanley Plotkin is the man, and he is telling this group of people, if we're to be honest.
I just had to put in my 2 cents. Did anybody notice the cover of that book? That Bill Gates considered that vaccine book the Bible of vaccine. Did you notice the map of Africa is the only map? There's so many continents and worlds and nations out there. Did you notice? Why does he have the continent of Africa on a book that they consider the Bible of all vaccinations? The cover of the book is sending even a deeper and most chilling message than to even open the book and read. These guys, you go to the Grammys or the Golden Globes, you go there to get your awards for all your shallow, superficial things, only to be vaccinated. I thought this was a free country where you have a free choice. These people are so desperate that they find any ways means necessary to pollute you and infect you with live viruses and disease and bacteria and all kinds of stuff, all in the name of vaccinating you from the sickness when they're really actually infecting you. Are they that desperate? Please listen.
Moderate at best in the good years. They didn't tell you that while they were jabbing everybody in the audience at the Golden Globes, trying to convince you that tomorrow you need to go out. They didn't tell you that this vaccine was useless. He's gone on to have articles about it. This was the title of Stanley Plotkin's article in the Pediatric Infectious Disease Society. The influenza vaccine mess. It's a mess. This vaccine is one of the worst vaccines we have, yet it's the most promoted vaccine in the world. It's also the highest level of payout now by VAERS. It's, what is it, 47%? Something like 47% now of payouts. 43% of individuals compensated in the program received the flu shot. So 43% of the payouts by VAERS are because of the flu shot. And by the way, we have something to announce. Very exciting news. VAERS has now paid out over $4 billion. We crossed the mark. Woohoo, everybody! $4,034,347,449.75 has now been paid out on a product that the science has settled on and injures nobody. There it is, a huge milestone. Pharma should be proud. So should the United States government. You know,
Now, can you imagine? There's a payout over $4 billion for people's lives who have been damaged and destroyed through vaccines. But these very same people tell you the vaccine is good, you need it. There's nothing harmful. So why is there a class action lawsuit, and why have you paid over $4 billion to people whose lives have been damaged and destroyed? But this very CNN and the mainstream media that push this campaign to tell you that it's okay to take the vaccine, it's okay to take the flu shot, they wouldn't publish that information that over $4 billion has been paid out to victims whose lives have been damaged and destroyed through the flu, through the vaccine. This very CNN, you won't see them publish such information because all of them are working together with the FDA, the CDC, the Big Pharma, the Monsanto. They're all bedfellows. But guess what? This 2019, they will not get away with murder. They will pay. I'm so happy to have come across this program. And I'm starting my own new program. It's called The Age of Awakening. And we're going to question everything we have ever been taught and everything we have ever been told. Big Pharma, FDA, CDC, religion, politics, science. What else? The food pyramid. We're going to question everything. The purpose of this new program is titled The Age of Awakening. I will record video clips and add my 2 cents, and some days I will be in front of the camera. But it's titled The Age of Awakening. And the purpose is for us to do research and begin to critically think and question everything they have given us. I've come to realize that the doctors in America have become a god or a demigod to their patients. Just like the pastors in Africa, that whatever pastor says, the Christians in Africa don't question because pastor is God. Whatever he says is final, that settles it. You come to America, the citizens in America and most of the patients in America, my doctor said this. Nobody questions the doctors. Nobody questions Big Pharma. My doctor said this, and it becomes gospel, and you run by it and live by it. But not realizing the very doctor and Big Pharma and CDC and FDA, they all have their hands together in one big pocket. That is your pocketbook. to destroy you, to give you misinformation, destroy you, and make money at your own expense. It's time for you to question what your doctors say. It's time for you to find out, since they want to make it mandatory for you to take the flu shot or give your children all those vaccines, it's time for you to ask, what's in those vaccines? If they don't want to tell you, go do your own research. We are living in the information age. That means you can find information about anything. So the fact that you lack information in those areas, it is your fault. For you to lack information in any subject today in this information age is your own fault of ignorance. Welcome, beloved, to 2019, the year of shaking, the year of awakening, the year of payback, the year of liberation for all of those lives that Big Pharma, CDC, Bill Gates, who else? Monsanto's, that they have destroyed all these years, they will pay back every cent and more, and then they will pay, meaning they will be locked up. That has been my prayer for years, and I thank God for that. Welcome to our new program, The Age of Awakening. God bless you. If you like this, share it, subscribe. Thank you.